Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ring Lamp, and today I have my DVD haul. So this DVD haul basically has been compiled since the last time I hauled my DVDs, I believe, which was February. I probably won't be having another one of these hauls until the end of July or the end of August by this point, just because I'm trying to watch some of the movies on my shelf that I haven't yet watched. I don't have too many, like in comparison to books, I have way more books unread than movies unwatched. But yeah, I'm just trying to catch up now. I've been really slacking on my movie game this past month. So the first film I picked up was Lolo. And basically this is another Julie Delpy film. And if you've been watching my movie wrap-ups, you would know that I watched Before Sunrise, the Before trilogy, and I absolutely adored it. So I really wanted to check out Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke's works, more so because they are the two main characters. And this one is basically about a single mom named Violette. And basically she has a son named Lolo who kind of causes problems with her new relationship and all the mischief that happens. I've watched 30 minutes of the film, but then I just wasn't feeling like watching the film at the time, so I put it down. So I hope to pick it up sometime this upcoming month. Then I picked up Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I've already watched. Me and my friend Ray watched this as soon as the week it came out. He had already seen it in theaters, but obviously I hadn't seen this one in theaters because if you've once again been watching my movie wrap-ups, I just started watching the Star Wars series late last December for the first time. So caught up, real excited for the Solo movie. Yeah. But this one was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't even know which one I enjoyed more, The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi, but I'm leaning more towards The Last Jedi. I know it's very controversial, and I have a few problems with it, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it. Then I picked up Phantom Thread, which is really hard for me to say. If you know me in my personal life, you might have heard this in my videos, but I pronounce a lot of the times combination letters T and H like F's. So like my cousin's name is Athena, but I call her Athena, like that. It just takes a lot of concentration for me to apparently say Phantom Thread. But this one was up for a lot of Oscars, or not a lot, but quite a few Oscars last year, and the fact that it was centering around fashion and there was kind of this mysterious element made me really interested. Once again, this is one I watched a little bit of, but it was very busy that week, so I need to get back into it. But I was really excited to watch it because it got so many awards, and also apparently the dresses are so pretty. I believe they won Best Costume Design at the Oscars, so I'm excited to see that. The next movie I picked up was All the Money in the World, which I've actually watched. I did read the book about the Getty family that's called All the Money in the World, which is basically a part of that book, like a chapter, is about this case. I really want to watch the FX series Trust, which just came out, which is based off this case, but it has a different look. This look is a more, this kind of, because obviously nobody knows what happened with the kidnapping, because it does center around, if you don't know, the kidnapping of John Paul Getty III. And John Paul Getty, he is the richest man, he was like the richest man in America at the time. He was living in the UK though, but he was super rich and he wouldn't pay the ransom for his grandson. And there's a lot of contention whether the kid faked his kidnapping to get money because his mother and father had divorced and his father was part of that family, so they weren't financially that well off, or if he was actually kidnapped just because of his family namesake. And this view kind of looks at it from the namesake portion, like they just stole him because they knew they could get a ransom, whereas the FX series kind of makes it seem like he set up the case. It'd be very interesting to see. I honestly don't know which one I believe because I don't know enough about the case, nor would I ever really know the answer because only he could tell us the answer, and he passed away a few years ago. So it's a true story. It's just we don't know part of what went wrong. They only have certain pieces. And it was such a well-made film for being shot. They had basically Kevin Spacey in the lead role, and they changed it out obviously with the sexual assault allegations. They changed it like very close to release date, and it still was really flawless. Like, I thought it was really well done. The next movie I picked up was Ira and Abby, and I bought this one because I was looking at Chris Messina films. Who's this guy? Because I watched The Giant Mechanical Man. I wanted to see more of his filmography, and this one sounded so good. I watched it. It's one of my favorite films of all time now. It's based about two people, Ira and Abby. They meet one day, they have an instant connection, and they decide to get married because they're like, well, divorce is 50-50. We got good a shot as anybody. And it's all the trials and tribulations. This book has a lot of psychologists in this movie has a lot of psychologists in it and like funny antics with that. Both of the main characters have their personality flaws, but that brings them together. And it just goes by so fast because it's so good. Like, I just absolutely adore that film. Then I picked up Where the Heart Is, and this movie I've actually seen before. I saw it on New Year's of 2016 with my best friend. We decided to watch it. I think it was the first day, like the day after New Year's, something like that. But I just read the book and I wanted to rewatch the film, so I wanted to own a copy. And this movie's basically about Noble Nation, and she is 15 years old, or not 15, she's 16 years old, and I think she's 16. She's a teenager, 17 maybe, and she basically gives birth to her baby in Walmart. She was living out of a Walmart, and it kind of chronicles her life growing. She has abandoned at the Walmart, and that's why she lives there, and her kind of raising her daughter and going on about her life in this new town and new environment. Then next film is actually the one I was talking about before. It's The Giant Mechanical Man. I got this one at my local dollar store. I didn't know anything about it, but it was said certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and I recognized Chris Messina and Topher Grace. I didn't recognize the other two actresses. Like, I'd seen them, but I'd never seen their works. But I really enjoyed their performances as well. And this is basically about two people who find each other, and basically, I'm trying to see what I can say without saying too much. So basically we have Janice, who's out of work, and she lives with her overbearing sister. And she's struggling to build her fulfilling life. And Tim, who's Chris Messina, is a street performer whose unique talents as a living statue don't exactly pay the bills. And Topher Grace's character in this movie is hilarious. Like, if you watch it, it's hilarious. I absolutely love this film. It's one of my favorites too. It's so good. Then I picked up Our Lips Are Sealed. Basically the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. They released this on DVD for the first time, I believe. And I want to collect all the Mary-Kate and Ashley movies on DVD because we had them on VHS. But I want DVD copies of them because these are so much part of my childhood, and sometimes I like rewatching them because it's so nostalgic for me, and they're pretty good films. And this is basically about two girls in the witness protection program who go to Australia. So very interesting. So I have two more films left. The next one is Brooklyn, and this one was a very popular film. Basically the reason I picked this one up is I've wanted to see it for a long time, but also one of my best friends, Jenny, she just loves this movie so much, and I really want to see that. Especially when a friend really loves something, I really want to immerse myself in that because I'm close to my friend, and I figure, we have some similarities. Let's see if it works. So basically this is a tale of Elias or Ellis. I've not watched the movie yet, so I don't know how to pronounce that. And she's an Irish immigrant building a new life in 1950s Brooklyn. So that's what that's about. Looks good. And the last film I picked up was The Anniversary Party. And this is kind of like a comedy. This has a lot of big names in it, but I've never heard anybody talk about this, but I saw it on Amazon, and I just looked at it, and it was I think it was $2 or something, so I decided to pick it up. So basically this is a anniversary party that goes wrong. It's Sally and Joe's 6th anniversary of their turbulent marriage, and basically everybody just starts telling people the truth about certain things. It turns into a dramedy of sorts, and it sounded really good, so I'm excited to get to that one when I feel like a comedy, feel in the mood for a comedy. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, that has been my DVD haul. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know if you've seen any of these films, or if you guys have DVD hauls you post yourself, even if they're in blog, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Definitely leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.